What's up, it's Noria. Today is June 23rd, Wednesday. It's 10:35 a.m. I am about to take advantage of the sunlight coming into my room and start preparing photos to post on my Instagram. So if you don't already know, I run a bullet journal account on Instagram, and yesterday I just finished prepping my mid-year bullet journal spreads because I migrated into a new journal. So I thought it would be a fun opportunity to take you behind the scenes of exactly what I do to create content for my account. This is just what I do as a small account. I only have a few hundred followers, but this is what has worked for me for the past few months. I basically started posting consistently since the beginning of the year. So what you may see may not be what other people do, but this is just what works for me as a small account. And this is the process that I developed over the years because I do have some experience managing Instagram accounts. If you're curious about the things I do, don't be afraid to comment or DM me or anything. So yeah, let's go. I take all of my pictures in my room under my window, usually in the mornings when there's a lot of natural light coming in. I use this lap desk that I got from Amazon, and I use the tabletop of an IKEA lac table as my base. I used to just put the table on top of my bed, but I learned that if I raised it somehow, I would get a lot more light, so that's why I started using my lap desk too. I have this phone mount from Amazon that clamps to the side of the table. I actually have 3 different ones. This is my 3rd one that I got, and I found that it works the best for me. I like that it has a long arm so that it's pretty flexible and I don't get any shadows or anything on the table. After I have the mount set up, I squeeze my phone into there, which is kind of hard because my phone is pretty big. But after that, I open my camera, I adjust the photo to square, and then I use the balance on the screen to make sure my phone is parallel to the table. So it's really cool that iPhones have this built-in balance, and you can tell by the plus sign on the screen. So usually there's 2, one white and one yellow, and all you have to do is line it up to make sure that your phone is balanced. Next up, I'll start setting up my bullet journal. I look through my phone screen while I set up the flat lay to make sure my journal is centered and that everything I want to add is within frame. If I find that my journal isn't laying flat equally on both sides, I'll put an object under the side that needs to be raised. In this case, I use my face masks. And for props, I'll use some of the stationery I used in my spreads. If I have any other props that match the color scheme, I'll try and use them, such as these paper flowers I got a while ago from Michael's. Honestly, setting up the flat lay is the hardest part for me because it's a freaking art and I have yet to master it. I tend to default to the same setups I usually do, which is having the pens on the bottom corner and the washi tapes on the top corner. So once I'm satisfied with the setup, I'll start snapping the pictures, which passes by super quick because since everything is set up, all I have to do is snap the picture, turn the page, and snap the photo again and repeat until I'm done. When I'm done, I'll remove my phone to review the photos, and I try to take my phone out kind of carefully in case I need to retake any of my photos, but I usually get it done within the first try. Next up, I put my photos through VSCO to edit the white balance because my photos tend to come out a little bit yellow. I think because the IKEA table that I use is a little yellow, it's not perfectly white. So in VSCO, I adjust the coolness to make it look as cool as it can without destroying the photo. And the one thing I love about VSCO is that you can copy and paste the edits from one photo to other photos, but usually I have to go back and look at the photos to kind of retouch them because it's not always perfect since the lighting will change. To see what the photos will potentially look like in Instagram, I'll take one photo and do a test edit in Instagram. And I know it's kind of weird that I use Instagram's editing options, but this is what I've been doing for a while now and I've gotten used to it and I like it, so I haven't done anything else like using Lightroom or whatever. But I'll save the photo as a draft and then I'll write down the edits that I made so that in the future when I upload all the other photos, I can just copy the edits so that they're as close as possible and then make the minor adjustments that I need to. Then I'll go into Procreate to add some extra pizzazz to the borders because I like to add little doodles around to kind of fill up the empty space if I feel like my flat lay wasn't really doing well. So I'll just go in and add little doodles here and there. For this spread, I'm doing just dots and bubbles. Once I'm satisfied with what I have, I'll copy and paste the layer that I drew onto all of the other photos. And because I took the photos with my phone mount, all of them are basically the same. So all I have to do is adjust the opacity of the layer instead of having to like move it around or make sure that it's proportionate and stuff. Like literally just copy and paste and adjust the opacity to, in this case, 50%. And I adjust the opacity because otherwise it looks too stark in contrast compared to the photo, because it's not actually the photo. So I try to make it blend in by adjusting the opacity. Once I'm done with Procreate, I'll put my final photo again through Instagram with the same edits I made to the test version from earlier, just to see how it'll look. And then once I'm satisfied with the edits, I'll go back and delete the old version. Next, I'll open up my Notes app where I draft all my captions. I actually have a folder specifically for my Instagram captions so that I can reference them and copy and paste them when I need to. Once I'm done with the caption, I'll copy and paste it to the Instagram post that I have saved in my drafts. And then once it's time to post, I'll do one last check on the photo and on the caption to make sure that I'm satisfied with the edits. Then I'll tag whoever's necessary, add a location, and then I hit post. Immediately after posting, I'll go into my comments section and add my hashtags. I used to just put the hashtags in the caption, but I wanted to go for a cleaner look, so I started doing it in the comments. And honestly, it doesn't really matter where you put them, as long as you put them. Then I'll share the post to my story to let people know I have a new post, because we all know Instagram's not chronological anymore, so this is one of the best ways to let people know that we have a new post. Then I'll switch to my personal account to like and save my post to kind of help boost with the engagement. And then I'll also go through my feed and engage with other posts since I'm already online. So that's how I create bullet journal content for my Instagram. If you have any questions on what I did, or maybe you're interested in the products that I use, I made sure to link as much as I can in the description. But if you still have questions, you can comment or message me directly on Instagram. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I know that running an Instagram account is not what an average person does, or at least using it for business. So I do this on the regular, and I also have some experience managing Instagram accounts. So yeah, just let me know. If you also create content for Instagram or social media in general, I'd love to hear what your processes are. If you have any tips or products or apps you recommend, make sure to comment it. I'm curious to see what other people do. I know later on when, I don't know, maybe I have a larger following, hopefully, I'll be able to streamline things a little bit more efficiently. So yeah, let me know what you do as well. If you want to see more videos like this or any bullet journal related content, let me know. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.